This is how you turn a Tuesday dinner into something that looks like you planned it. Crispy potatoes, tender pork, a runny egg, all done at the same time in one pan. Start with the pork chop. Let it dry completely. Moisture is the enemy of a good sear. Wet meat doesn't brown, it steams. And you lose that crust we are aiming for. Now look at the surface. You will see tendons running across, some visible, some just under the surface. Take your knife and cut through them. Pierce the deeper ones with the tip. Tendons contract faster than the muscle around them when heat hits. Skip this step and your chop curls lift unevenly from the pan. You end up with a gray band of undercooked meat in the middle. These few cuts take a few seconds and fix the whole thing. Season both sides. Press it in with your fingers, not just a sprinkle and walk away. Any seasoning that falls onto the plate, press it onto the sides of the chop. Nothing goes to waste. Set the chop aside. Potatoes go first. They take longer than the pork and you need them mostly cooked before the chop goes in. Get the timing wrong and one of them isn't done. Peel them if you want, but when the skin is clean and tight, leave it on. Run your knife over the surface and cut out anything that doesn't belong. What's left is fine. Cut them into even pieces. This matters more than the exact size. Uniform cuts mean uniform cooking. Cut them large and they take longer. Cut them small and they are done faster. You control the timeline with your knife, right here. Cast iron or a pan with a thick, heavy bottom. The reason isn't just tradition. Thick pans hold heat. Get the pan hot first, then oil. Let the oil heat for about a minute before anything goes in. You are looking for it to shimmer, not smoke. Add the potatoes. Coat them in oil. Now you leave them mostly alone for 15 to 20 minutes, stirring regularly so they get color on all sides. You want them browning, not just softening. When they start to give, when a fork goes in with a little resistance, that's when you season them. Salt and pepper now, not before. Salt the raw moisture and early seasoning makes them steam rather than sear. The potatoes are most of the way there. Time for the chop. 4 minutes on the first side, 4 on the second, then 2 and 2 for finishing. Don't move it during those first 4 minutes. You are building the crust. It will release from the pan on its own when it's ready. Keep stirring the potatoes throughout. They are still cooking and the fat rendering from the chop is getting into them now. That's flavor you don't want to burn. 2 to 4 minutes before the chop is done, push the potatoes to the side. Add a small splash of oil to the empty space. Crack an egg straight in. The egg is going to cook in the same fat the pork has been rendering into this whole time. That's the point. Leave it until the whites are set and the yolk is still soft. Or take it further if that's how you eat eggs. Your pan, your call. Season the egg with freshly ground pepper. Sprinkle some parsley over everything. I use wild garlic when it's in season. It's got that soft green bite that balances the richness of the pork. Serve it with Thai sweet chili sauce on the side and eat it straight from the pan. There is no better plate. One pan start to finish. Pork, potatoes, an egg and about 30 minutes of cooking. This is the kind of meal you make on a Tuesday and feel like you did something right. The tendon cuts, the potato head start, the timing, small things that matter, and now you know why each one is there. Try it once and it becomes a default. Drop a comment when you do. I want to know how it went. Full recipe in the description. See you in the next one.